Today we're going to learn what the Mishnah in the Soita said. Rabbi Yeshua said, "Who are you, Omer?" That's Rabbi Yeshua. Chosid Shoita, v'Rosha Orum, v'Isha Perusha u'Makas Perusha Marei Elo Mevale Olam. So we're going to focus it on the Chosid Shoita. Chosid Shoita, that's Mevale Olam. They're destroying the world. Mevale Olam, destroying the world. So the Gemara asks, what's a Chosid Shoita? So the Gemara says one opinion that somebody sees a woman drowning in the ocean or in the water, and he says, or in a river, and he says, I cannot look at the woman, so I cannot save her, and he let her drown. That's a Chosid Shoita. Then the Gemara comes with a bunch of other things, what's called Chosid Shoita. Now we're going to focus on a few things. The Gemara says, Rav Yosef Bar Chama, Omar, Rav Sheshes, the name of Rav Sheshes, Zamachriya Acherim Bor Choisav. Some people, they walk like the big tzaddikim, like they know it all, they know how to, and people, and he wants people to follow him. He should be the role model. And Rashi says, Re'u v'asu kamoini, ulchu b'derochai. Let us come with a laharos atzma kechosid be'ena abrius. He wants to just show off that he is the proper person. V'en toicha gabaro. Inside, he's not the way he's acting on the outside. That's not what's on the inside. Elo, he does that. He's putting a show on the outside. People should not look into him, what he is, how rotten he is inside. That's a chosid shoita, meaning if you putting a show, a facade, and you inside not what you're putting on the outside, that's a chosid shoita. That's according to Rav Sheshes. Oh, Ula Omar, Zeh Shekoro Veshono V'lo Shimesh Talmid Chachamim. We already had a shiur about this topic before, meaning Koro, it's Mikra, Tanakh. He knows how to read Tanakh, Chumash, and Nevi'im. Shona, he knows how to read a Mishnah, to learn a Mishnah. V'lo Shimesh Talmid Chachamim, he didn't read the Gemara. That's called Chosid Shoita. Because again, people see he's a learned man. He could learn the Chumash, he could learn a Mishnah. But if he didn't learn Gemara, this is a Chosid Shoita. And they bring over there because through the Gemara you learn how to understand the Mishnah properly. You know how to derive a halacha later on because of that properly. That's why if you become a chosid from Chumash, from Mikra and Mishnah without the Gemara, you're for sure going to be a chosid shoita. You're not going to do things right. Now the Gemara brings over here that what Shlomo HaMelech says to his son Rachavam, Yiro es Hashem b'ni v'melech v'im shoinim al tis'arov. It says, Shlomo HaMelech said to his son Rachavam, you should fear God, and you should fear the king, have the recheret for the king. V'im shoinim al tis'arov. Don't mix with shoinim. What's shoinim? The Gemara says, Amar Rav Yitzchak, elu shashoinim halochas. As we said before, shoinim halochas, and they're not meshamash talmid chacham, they learn Gemara. If you're going to mix with them, for sure you're going to go the wrong way. Because they don't know the right way, because that's not all. It's a good beginning. Tanakh, then Mishnah, then you have to go to the Gemara and see how you derive the halacha at the end from this whole Chumash and Mishnah. How do you derive the proper halacha? And if you're going to stop at the Mishnah, so Shlomo told his son, don't mix with those people because they're going to take you the wrong way. The Gemara says Pshita.
But they had no Gemara then.
The idea of the Gemara is, you're right, the idea of the Gemara is that you don't just read the Mishnah literally and do what says over there. There had no Mishnah either by the time of Shlomo HaMelech. The idea is when you take the Torah Sheba'al Peh, you have to get to the bottom of it. You go to the details of it. There is a Masa Matan, there's questions and answers, till you malaben, till you clarify the halacha properly. If you don't go through this whole process of taking apart the information and coming to the bottom of it after a whole Masa Matan, after a whole debate and clarifying what it really means, you're going to for sure make mistakes. The Gemara says pshita. I mean, we already learned before that that could be a chosid shoita even. So what Shlomo HaMelech teaching his son over there? Obviously, when you learn something, like they say, some education it's better than no education, and better sometimes than some education. Because with some education, you think you know, and you're doing mistakes. So better not to know anything than. So what Shlomo HaMelech teaching his son? The Gemara says. What do you mean? It's not about what Shlomo HaMelech teaching his son, yeah? What you're telling me a pshat in the pasuk that Shlomo HaMelech says to his son Rachavam, don't mix with the shoyna halachas. Well, no, it's pasuk the pshat is the pshat. The Gemara answers no. Mao the tema, maybe we would learn the pshat in the pasuk and tell him shoynim al tisarov, don't mix with the shoynim. Elu shoynim bechet. What the pshat shoynim bechet? They repeat their sins. Could Rav Huna? Doma Rav Huna. Kevan she'odam over avera v'shana bo hutraloi. When a person does avera and he repeats the avera, it becomes then permissible. The Gemara says hutraloi mal salkadaita. What do you mean? It becomes mutter after that. The Gemara says emon asas lekeheter. In his own eyes, it becomes like it's no more avera. After you do it twice, it looks like. So you might think that's what Shlomo HaMelech says. V'im shoynim al tisarov. Don't mix with the sinners, especially those which have sinned more than twice. Don't mix with them. Kamashal, no, he doesn't talk about sinners. He talks about people that learned people. They're sitting and learning in Besmedrash, but they're learning only the Mishnah. They're not learning the Shemush Talmidei Chachamim, the Gemara. Don't mix with them because those people going the wrong direction.
So it's saying that those shonim, the ones who repeat their sins, and then it becomes like it's mutter, is not what Shlomo is talking about?
No, but that's obviously he doesn't tell him don't mix with sinners. No, he tells him shonim, even people that are not sinners. They sit in Besmedrash. They're learning the Tanakh and Mishnah, but they're not learning the Gemara, the continuation of the Torah Shabbal Peh, to get to the bottom of it, to the halacha part of it. Then you don't mix with them. Now the Gemara brings on this topic again, an in of learning Mishnah. Tana. Atanoim mevale oilam. Tanoim, again, Tana miloshan Mishnah, because the tov in shin is interchangeable. When you say Tana is like shoyna, like a Mishnah. Hatanoim, those which is learned the Mishnah is mevale oilam. They're ruining the world. The Gemara says mevale oilam salka daitach. How could you say the mevale oilam? Kalashoyna Allah b'chum v'tach shuben elam haba. Shoyna adra, but it's an Inyan to learn Mishnah. It's a big Inyan. The Gemara answers, Omar Ravina shomerim alocha mitoch mishnosan. If they want to derive alocha from the Mishnah, Mishnah is the kitzur. Again, the whole arichos of Torah Shabbal Peh, it's in Shimush Talmidei Chachamim. It's in the Gemara. If you want to go from the kitzur, from the Mishnah to the halacha, you could destroy the world. Every morning we're saying this. This is what brings you to Olam Haba. Those people which is paskin halacha from the Mishnah. So we see from here how important it is to learn the Gemara. Not only, sometimes people learn the Chumash on its own, the Mishnah, the Gemara, and the Halacha on their own. It's all separate pieces. No, it's all one piece. From the Mishnah showing you how we learn from the Pasuk. Then,
but if let's say you learn the Shulchan Aruch, he did it.
Very good. So that's interesting what the Maharsha says. Very good. He says like this. Ubedoires halolo. In our generations, Maharsha already lived after the generation the Shulchan Aruch was published. Ubedoires halolo. Oitzan shemorim halacha mitoch Shulchan Aruch. You open the Shulchan Aruch, you see, look in the index, Hilchas Kriyat Shema, Hilchas Tfil, Hilchas Muktzeh, Shema mitoch Shulchan Aruch, v'arem enom yodim tama inyan shel kol dover. They don't know why the paskin like this. Im lo yidaydaku mitchila b'dom mitoch ha-Talmud shul shimush Talmidei Chachamim. If you really want to learn properly, yeah, that's for the beginning. The Shulchan Aruch did for people who don't have time. You want to just learn. That's not the most proper way. This is a good beginning. You have no choice. But if you're gonna start learning halacha, you think you know halacha because you learn the Shulchan Aruch, Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, or Mishnah Berurah, or any all the Shulchan Aruch, they're all kitzurim l'maisa from the Rambam. He wrote the kitzur of the Talmud. That's all kitzurim. It says, "Bili shimush talmidei chacham," that's learning the Gemara. See how they derived this halacha. V'tos nofal b'ro'osom. If somebody paskin a shalat Shulchan Aruch is going to make a mistake in the hora, v'arehem bichlal meval oilam v'yesh ligor bon. That's Maval Oilus. Again, that's why I'm learning this. So it's important. Again, it's a good beginning. Somebody starts coming, you're learning the Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, whatever. Like I said, whatever he has, there's so many Shulchan Aruchs over there. So it's good. It's good. It's good to know. But you cannot paskin from this. You cannot from there learn from one halacha to another. Madam Milsa Lamilsa. It's so important to learn the Gemara. The Gemara teaching you how we're taking apart the Mishnayos, how we're clarifying it, and then how we're deriving a halacha. Now you know why you're doing what you're doing. How did you get there? That's already that's you going according to this. That's how you're getting out of the category of a chosid shoita. Yeah, it's a chosid. You're sitting and learning. You're learning even Mishnah and halacha. But if you don't want to be a chosid shoita, you must know how to derive this halacha. At least, if not every single halacha, but if you start learning some halachas that is this way, it gives you an idea. This is when they a mechaber. But when a poisek tells you halacha, there's a lot of work put into it to derive this halacha. Okay,
I think it's right today. For your wife asks you a question, the Shabbos is coming out.
You
You're
look
going
at-
to sit
yeah,
down and
right,
learn.
you're right, you're right.
You got to
Okay.
learn to be kitzur.
yeah.
You got to learn to be
Yeah.
kitzur. You got to
Actually,
learn.
that's a good question. I was about to ask you the same question.
Yeah, again, I know it's a good question, but again, obviously today most people can do like this. All this Gemara is saying over here, that you should know, at least to know, to be aware, this is not a completion.
Okay.
That, at least to know that, so what am I say? So people, it's coming back slowly. And some places, if years ago, it was a big chiddush, this Gemara, to learn the halacha from all the way from the Gemara, the Shiurim. Now a lot of koilot start learning this way. Do you know, I know just recently, I remember some Chassidish koilots, that they whole say that they're learning Shulchan Aruch, they're learning halacha from Shulchan Aruch. Yeah, there's a Kav Schus. I think the Satmar Rebbe, I think, brought Kav Schus. Maybe others, that they have the Shach V'taz, in case there's a mistake, they'll fix them up. All this, but the evidence. But l'chatchila, ideally, the Seder Avodah is starting, when you learn Mishnah, you take the Gemara. You see, the basic of the Shurim, we're doing halacha in the morning, that's how it's done. I go all the way through, how did we derive to this? Then you know the reason. Then now you could apply Madam Milsa Lemisa. Now you could compare this case. But if you're going to go Shulchan Aruch, this is not enough. That could be b'vchinas chosid shoita. You think you know, but it's not. It's not the complete knowledge.
You were saying you have to know the theory.
Very good.
That's
very
by,
good.
By us, the tax law is also the same thing.
Very good.
You know,
have
if
to
that's the
understand the
case,
theory.
then
Just
what-
one at a time. Yeah.
You have to understand the theory. So
Very
you can apply
good.
It to
And
various
I'm going to tell you a
different
pasuk. The Chayzav Levin said this. I'm going to tell you a pasuk from the Chayzav. How we learn Pshat in the pasuk every day. We're saying it. But give me a minute. What you ask? What you're saying?
if that's the case, I mean, if what's really coming down to is that you can't paskin anything from Shulchan Aruch, from Rambam, then why did they write those books? I mean, it seems that they wrote.
I already answered that.
Yeah.
Meaning, if you don't know anything, you're right. You're going to read this, but after you know, this is it. I cannot, Madama Milsa, I cannot take this case, compare it to another one. This
The
case,
difference between a scholar and somebody
okay,
practical.
and it's also for right now. It's a good beginning. It's good to start there,
gotta
but
know
you have to
something.
go. You have to go further and know there's a lot more to it.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, there's a pasuk.
theory. Yeah.
A pasuk was saying every day in the Pesukah de Zimra by Halaluka. We're saying like this: Lo oso chen lechol goy
Yeah.
mishpatim bal yadom Halaluka. The Chazal Levin said like this: all other goyim, he says, their religion is no. They ask, why do you eat a turkey? I don't know. Why do you put this tree? I don't know. That's how we do it. It's a minhag. I was saying, I know. So on and so forth. Everything is minhag. He says, Lo oso chen lechol goy mishpatim bal yadom. By us, the mishpatim, we know why we're doing what we're doing. By them, it's bal yadom. That's also other goyim don't have that. Meaning, the whole specialty of a religion is not emunat tefillah. That's how we do it. Those traditional
you
mindset.
should
It's
know
not
why.
an.
You should know why.
It's not an educated way. That's not Hashem
You
wanted
have
us.
to have das. That's the
Ah.
whole idea of das.
Ah.
Das means a connection.
Right, by knowing you have to know. Again, not everybody, the idea the Gemara talks over here, to giving us also about the level of education, but we have to, again, some people started late or didn't do it the right way. You have to go to the education that you, the appropriate way of learning Torah. This is coming to the Gemara. And the Gemara itself also, to derive after that the halacha. Today we have pieces, separate pieces. There's Lomdei Chumash, Lomdei Mishnah, Lomdei Halacha. You have to connect all the dots. It goes one big, it goes together. Then you know what the Hashem meant by this,
Right.
what Chazal said, how we would derive the halacha, why doing what we're doing. Again, it's a big job, yeah. It's a big job, but at least we should know what we don't know. All right.